I'm so excited. Now I know for some parents this is kind of sad. I know for other parents they're super excited about it, but for me I'm excited that my daughter's going to school. So she's going to be starting 5th grade this year, but this video will account for anything or any grade that your child is going to. Today we are going to be learning about creating a school binder. Now this is going to be different than the homeschool binder that I showed you earlier because they are actually going to either public school or private school or something along those lines. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so the first thing we are going to talk about today is choosing a binder size, type, and color. Now what I ended up doing was choosing a 2-inch binder, and it's pink because that's what my daughter wanted. And I got a one-touch binder, and what one-touch binders are is you just touch this tab here, it opens up, you don't have to worry about touching the tab up top, shut it, makes it really easy. And this binder came from Staples. It's called the Better Binder. It's one of my favorite binders actually to use because it is just so sturdy and durable. So that is what I chose, but you can choose anything you want. If you want a one-touch binder that costs less, you can try an Avery binder. They do that as well. But if it doesn't matter to you, then you can choose any binder that you want. What I will suggest is that you have a little slot in front that papers can go in for labeling, just something that's decorative. Alright, now how I started was using divider tabs, and these divider tabs are so incredibly important because you want to make sure that your child has everything at their fingertips and they're not confused about their subjects. So you put the divider tabs in order by subject, and the subject for your daily schedule. So you'll see what I did here, as you probably can't see, but I'll let you know. I did geography, science, math, grammar, spelling and vocab, writing, and music. My daughter's going to elementary school right now, but next year she'll be going to middle school, so we'll talk about that. If your child is in middle school, obviously put it in order of their schedule. If you want, you can put their schedule in the front pocket here. Let me show you. You can pop their schedule right here on the outside just as a label. That way they always know where they're going. They don't get lost. Alright. Now the front pocket of this divider you'll see says turn in, and the back pocket says homework. What I did was, for this divider in particular, I labeled it turn in and homework because my daughter is actually in elementary school. Usually when she goes into school, she just has to turn all of her work in one shot, and they get all of their homework in one shot. So I put this divider tab very first. And the reason I made turn in the first thing for them to do is because it's the first thing for her to see. So the minute she opens up her binder, turn in is the first thing she sees, turning in her homework is the first thing that she thinks about, and she's less likely to forget it. Now, if you want to, when your child is in middle school or high school, and I actually didn't do it on these, but for each subject, put turn in, and then on the back, put homework. Just label it, and whenever they go to that class, they just turn to their divider tab. They see turn in as the first thing. They put their homework in the back. Really easy, and then they also are not forgetting what they need to do. Alright, put this back here. Now, anything like notes to parents, permission slips, or other information, you're going to want to go in this front pocket right here. So let's say that your child needs to go on a field trip, or they needed a note to come home saying something happened. Maybe they were injured during school, if they didn't call you anyways. Or a note came home saying your child needs a little work to do something else, like my daughter sometimes gets in trouble for talking, so they'll send a note home. So anything along those lines, information, anything like that is going to go in this front pocket. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a label for this that says parent information, and I just haven't had a chance to do that yet. So make sure that you're going to check this every single day if your child is younger. If they are older, have them check it every day when they get home and give it to you. It gives them a little more responsibility. So if they didn't turn a permission slip into you, or they said, Mom, I have a science project or something at the last minute, they're the ones who are responsible for that. They're a little bit older, they can do that. Alright, now something else that I did was I placed all the paper behind each and every divider. And the reason that I place paper behind each and every divider is so that your child can take notes, do schoolwork, whatever it is that they need to do, and all they have to do is keep in this subject area. They don't have to turn back to the front, get paper, turn back to what they're doing, and start. It's just too much distraction. Try and keep it simple for them. Also, whenever they have their schoolwork or something that they need to keep track of their notes, it is behind the exact subject that they have, so they won't lose it. So they can't say, oh, I forgot where I put my science notes or my science papers or something along those lines, because it's behind the divider that it's supposed to be behind. All right, now in front, sorry about this, having a little stickiness. In front, you can see that I put my daughter's planner for the school year. And the reason I put the planner in front is so that she can just go in right away, put on her homework assignments, anything else that she needs to do. Let's say that she needs to turn something in later, then she puts the homework assignment here and it says due date here or something along those lines. So the planner is in the very front, that way she always knows where it is, and whenever at the end of class or the end of the subject that she gets that assignment, then she can go ahead and write that in. At the end of this video and at the bottom, I will give you the links so that you have some links to the planners that or planner websites that I found so that you can buy some. Okay, now in front of this planner, as you can see, I put her supply bag. And I wanted all her supplies that she needed in here. However, I do have an extra bag like this that is going in her backpack with all the refills that she needs. So whenever she runs out of pencils or highlighters or erasers, she goes through a lot of erasers because she tends to chew on them. Or her sticky notes, anything that she runs out of is already in that bag, so she can refill it right away and it's not lost or anything along those lines. All right, also, you have a couple of options. Now, typically, and sometimes even in lower elementary grades, you will find that the teacher says, well, you need some composition notebooks because they have to write something. So what I did was in the very back here, I put a Polly Pocket envelope, not Polly Pocket, so a poly envelope back here. It opens up its pocket, and I put her composition book in here. All she has to do is open it, pull it out, and it's less likely that it's going to fall out of her binder, or she forgets it in her backpack or something along those lines, especially if you are switching classes. Let's say you're going to English and you need your composition book. Well, I accidentally left my composition book in my locker. That won't happen because the composition book is already in the binder. The binder goes with them everywhere they go, whether they take their backpack or not. Alright, and last but not least, I decided to have my daughter add some of her own personality to this binder. And the way that I had her add her own personality to this binder is in the very front. If you recall, I told you that you needed to have a little bit of a pocket here. So there's a clear pocket here, and she just drew something on here that she wanted, and it adds her personality. It's something that she can look at every day and enjoy having her school binder. So you just have them draw something or print something out, whatever it is they want, slide it in this little clear pocket, and anytime they want to change it out or they want to make sure that there's something new, all you have to do is slide it back out and put in the new piece of paper. And on the side, what you can do, if there's a little window, is actually put their name so that if it gets lost, then it can be turned in. Alright, like I said, I will put links to the items that I used in this video below, and put links to the different websites where you can purchase a planner. So that is all there is to creating a school binder. It's super simple. I hope that this helps you, and I hope that this helps your child, and to make school go easier for them and that they don't lose things. Thanks.